In a place where war has claimed hundreds of thousands of lives, a shocking discovery has left the world questioning, why are North Korean soldiers appearing in Ukraine? North Korean soldiers in Ukraine, what's going on? Today, we're diving into the astonishing truth behind the mysterious presence of North Korean soldiers in the Ukraine war. From the battlefield to the corridors of power in Moscow and Pyongyang, what's really happening? In December 2024, Ukrainian special forces made a shocking discovery. They weren't just fighting Russian troops, but had also eliminated a group of 13 North Korean soldiers fighting alongside Russia. This marked the first time in history that North Korea's military involvement in the war was clearly documented. Ukrainian special forces encountered a group of North Korean soldiers in an intense battle. 5 North Korean soldiers were killed in a firefight, while 8 others were taken out by drones. Ukrainian special forces recovered documents and belongings from the North Korean soldiers, including special ID cards, rifles equipped with advanced sights, and a letter addressed to the Workers' Party of Korea. This is the first clear evidence of North Korean soldiers' involvement in this war. The involvement of North Korean soldiers is not only a sign of the strategic partnership between Russia and North Korea, but also reflects the challenges Russia is facing in maintaining its forces. This could also be a tactic by North Korea to elevate its political and military standing on the international stage. The question is, why are North Korean soldiers present in Ukraine? Could this be a strategic move by Pyongyang to strengthen its ties with Russia amid international sanctions? Recently, reports have emerged suggesting that North Korea has sent military personnel and logistical support to Russia in the war in Ukraine. Evidence from Ukraine indicates that North Korean soldiers are directly participating in the conflict, assisting Russian forces in special operations. Recently, reports have emerged suggesting that North Korea has sent military personnel and logistical support to Russia in the war in Ukraine. Evidence from Ukraine indicates that North Korean soldiers are directly participating in the conflict, assisting Russian forces in special operations. North Korea views Russia as a key strategic partner in countering the US and the West. Supporting Russia in the war in Ukraine is a way for North Korea to demonstrate loyalty and strengthen their ties. The question is, why are North Korean soldiers present in Ukraine? Could this be a strategic move by Pyongyang to strengthen its ties with Russia amid international sanctions? Recently, reports have emerged suggesting that North Korea has sent military personnel and logistical support to Russia in the war in Ukraine. Evidence from Ukraine indicates that North Korean soldiers are directly participating in the conflict, assisting Russian forces in special operations. North Korea has long maintained close ties with Russia, especially as both nations face pressure from international sanctions. Russia and North Korea have exchanged various benefits, including weapons, military technology, and manpower support in conflicts. North Korea views Russia as a key strategic partner in countering the US and the West. Supporting Russia in the war in Ukraine is a way for North Korea to demonstrate loyalty and strengthen their ties. Ukraine has swiftly responded to the involvement of foreign forces like North Korea. The Ukrainian Air Force also achieved an impressive milestone by using F-16 fighter jets for the first time to shoot down 6 Russian cruise missiles during a mission. The Ukrainian government has openly criticized North Korea's involvement in the war, calling it a sign of Russia's reliance on support from authoritarian regimes. Ukrainian officials have strongly condemned this action, stating that North Korea is using Ukraine as a battlefield to serve Russia's interests. Ukraine has also called on the international community to condemn North Korea's interference, while urging countries to provide additional military support to help them deal with the increasing presence of forces from nations like North Korea. One of the main tactics Ukraine has employed is using drones to strike distant targets, from Russian military bases to North Korean units. The drones have helped the Ukrainian military identify and eliminate North Korean soldiers with high precision. the use of drones and advanced weaponry to counter special forces, including North Korean soldiers. Ukrainian forces, particularly the Special Operations Forces, SOEF, have carried out assassination missions and precision strikes on key targets, including North Korean soldiers fighting on the front lines. In a significant event on December 13, 2024, Ukraine's F-16 fighter jets shot down as many as 6 Russian cruise missiles in a single mission, showcasing Ukraine's outstanding air defense capabilities. In aerial combat, Ukrainian pilots have leveraged the agility of F-16s to counter Russian missile attacks and drones, defend airspace, and strike back at critical targets, including North Korean special forces. Will North Korea continue to support Russia, or is this just a temporary move? And what does this mean for the future of the Ukraine war? The initial involvement of North Korean forces in Ukraine signals the potential for a military escalation from Pyongyang. According to intelligence sources, North Korea may be ready to send more soldiers or provide heavy weapons, ammunition, and air defense systems to support Russia. North Korea is not only sending soldiers, but may also provide cheap technical labor or military materials, helping Russia sustain its weapons production capabilities amid international sanctions. Iran is also playing a significant role by supplying drones and related technology. The alliance between these isolated nations could lead to the formation of a bloc of authoritarian states opposed to the West, ushering in a new era of confrontation in global geopolitical history. Ukraine has been actively lobbying for the international community to impose sanctions on North Korea, while condemning their involvement in the war as a serious provocation. Ukraine is urging the West to supply more advanced weapons, including long-range missiles, modern tanks, and fighter jets, to counter the escalating forces from Russia and its allies. The recent transfer of F-16 fighter jets from the West is a significant step forward, helping Ukraine enhance its air defense and counteroffensive capabilities. The international community could ramp up economic and diplomatic sanctions to further isolate North Korea while preventing them from providing support to Russia. The freezing of Russian assets by Western countries and using those funds to support Ukraine could be ramped up in the coming period. The war in Ukraine is not just a struggle between nations, it's also a confrontation of geopolitical interests. As powers like North Korea, Russia, and Ukraine engage in the conflict, what comes next? And how long will the impacts of this war last? The story of North Korean soldiers in Ukraine is not only a sign of an increasingly complex war, but also reveals the calculated alliances between isolated nations. Leave a comment and let us know your thoughts on this topic.